What's up, everybody? This is Jason, Zombie Collector, and I'm doing a little show and tell with the Alien and Predator movies. So, if you all know anything about Alien and Predator, they both are like 70s for the Alien, and then with Predator in the 80s. Two different kinds of science fiction horror films, and then they brought them together in the early aughts. So now they kind of intertwine. They have, I believe, uh, obviously have went back to the well and made independent Alien movies. They went back to the well and made independent Predator movies. But they kind of intertwine them together for a while. So I thought I'd show what I have. By far, this is not a definitive list of movies I have. These are just what I have in my collection. But I thought it'd be fun because I think a lot of times people don't realize they will release the same film in multiple different variations, like I've talked about in the past. And sometimes it's even different kind of slip covers and all kinds of stuff. And some people are completists. I'm not really one of those people. I'm more the opportunist. If I can find it for cheap, or I just haphazardly come upon it, then I'm gonna pick it up for if it's a good price. I'm not spending. There's like one, for instance, like an alien head that they make in Japan. That's like the xenomorph's head. With when you open the top of it up, it's like 9 different films or something from the Alien franchise, plus special edition discs and all this. I mean, that's probably like a $300-400 box set. I believe they have one also of the Predator head with like the dreadlocks and everything, and you could take the top of it off, and the DVDs are inside a Blu-ray. So there's all kinds of stuff out there like that. But that's for your high-end collectors. That's also for the collectors who have the kind of money for that in general, and probably space, because that's not an easily put off the shelf kind of item. So you gotta have to have some space for that. So the first one up is Alien. There's no rhyme or reason. I'm just gonna grab them off the top. I think I found them all in my collection, or maybe some more are hid, but these are the ones I think. The first one up is Alien versus Predator. Now this is the Japanese version. I picked this up when I was in Japan. So here you have AVP. There's an unrated version of this. This is the PG-13, I believe. So here you have the artwork from Japan. I don't know if this was ever in America, this type of artwork with them both in the same one. They may have had it like that. But here you have this, a double disc, a special edition. So there you have, the face hugger right there. Getting splat. And then this is what came on the outside of it to show you what you're getting. Here's all the inserts. But I picked this up when I was living in Japan. I still pick them up now if I can find them on eBay for next to nothing, because sometimes these are pretty easy to get for not very much money, because it's a different region DVD player. So unless you have a region, I think 2 DVD player, you can't play this. So here is AVP, which I enjoyed. This is the first time they mash up. It's like though back in the 50s and 60s, they used to have the Universal Monster mashups where they all get together, kind of like a what's the word, like a Monster-orama kind of thing, where they're all just hanging out and they show up in all each other's films. It's kind of like that. Like they're doing that now with King Kong and Godzilla. They're doing that. So next up is the first Alien movie, which I like. You have people who like Alien, when it's like the solo alien. There's not multiple aliens. It's the one alien hunting people down in the dark. And it's a lot more, I believe, atmospheric. It's a lot more creepy and scary because he's coming out of nowhere. He's very stealth. Aliens is like an action movie where it's just like nonstop balls out action the entire time. But this is a special collector's edition as well. It's the director's cut of the movie. If I can get this out here, that'd be great. So here you have this. They got the xenomorph. Here you have the images from the movie. Still has his inserts. And there you go. You have the 2-disc special collector's or director's cut of the film from Ridley Scott. Now, James Cameron did the Aliens. So there you have this one right here. Next up, we have the original Predator. As you see here, it's you have Arnold Schwarzenegger. You flip it on here. Here you have the Predator. And again, you know, in the Predator movie, just like with the Alien movie, you have a solo Predator, just like an Alien. And then as the movies go on, they keep ratcheting it up. I think here, the Predator movie, I think they did a little bit better with character development. I enjoy the other characters. They're just a lot more tough dudes. And Alien, the first Alien, they all had characters, but you know, they were just seem like, they're supposed to be, I guess. They're just like scientists and space nerds and things. So you kind of like, you know, I'm just kind of like, okay. But here you have like, you know, Jesse the Body Ventura. You have Carl Weathers. You know, you have all these tough guys. You have Bill Duke right here. All these tough mofos. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger there. And then you have another 2-disc set. Another insert here. You got Arnold when he's up against in the mud. He like hides. Such a great idea. He puts the mud all over his chest and arms so you can hide the heat sensor so he can't find him as easily. And it's awesome. Jesse the Body Ventura right here. Ain't got no time to bleed. Ain't got no time to bleed. That was. I remember my brother and I, my friends, would be saying stuff like that. We'd be quoting Predator left and right. So this is a special collector's edition, the DVD. Now here's one that came out in the last like 2 or 3 years. They re-released Predator on a special collector's edition, but they put Deadpool on it. I got this off of, this is the Blu-ray, but I got this off of eBay for $1, I believe. I think $5 for shipping. And then there was probably like 7, I think, maybe 10 different variations of different movies where pretty much the cover's different, the backs are always the same, except for the special features and of course the movie information. But this part's always the same, I believe. It was always a different slip cover. And he did all kinds of different comedies, love stories, action, horror. And he always had a different one. But of course you see him, he had like a water gun or a Nerf gun instead. So it's just kind of, you know, a parody. So you have that. I got that. And I want to get more of these. But there is that. I haven't even opened this, as you can see. Next up is I haven't seen this even at all because I don't own a 4K player. But this is The Predator. Not to be confused with Predator. This is The Predator. So this is the remake or reboot, I guess, which I have not seen of the Predator, you know. So now that you see on the back, he's all tough and big and monstrous there with all kinds of special effects and all that. So I guess we will see. But I mean, like, it looks like to me I could be wrong, but it looks like they're trying to make it more urban. They have, it looks like some female lead. Is that Olivia Munn who's supposed to be in this? I don't know. It looks like it. But apparently she might be. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But I'm like, if you're going to try to tell me Olivia Munn's supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like when they made Predator 2 and they try to have Danny Glover as like the tough guy. It's like, dude, Danny Glover, it ain't going to work. I like Danny Glover. He's fine as an actor. But he ain't no Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, you're trying to have him like outsmart the Predator. Come on now. Come on now, let's be real here. Let's be real. These are creatures, aliens from other planets who've like conquered all over the world and all over the universe. And then you're gonna have some like, you know, big city cop outsmart the Predator and shoot him with a handgun and stuff. It's just like, come on now. Next up is Alien. This is the Alien movie, another repackaging. This is the 35th anniversary edition, Blu-ray. As you see, I've not opened it up. It comes with the Blu-ray and I guess like some kind of inserts here. I don't know, you know, I never really paid attention, but it's a theatrical cut of the movie. So I don't know. It's some kind of box set. It looks like it comes with a comic book and some inserts. If you look here in the back, it looks like a comic book and some like maybe production stills along with the Blu-ray. So I've never even opened this one up, but here you go. So that is another variation. We got Sigourney Weaver, and then you have the alien xenomorph. So I really like this movie. It's sometimes hard for me to open these movies when it's not offering me anything different than what I already have. I just like to keep them sealed if I can get them for next to nothing, which a lot of times I do that. Next up is, and again, the unrated version of Alien vs. Predator Blu-ray. There you go. It's the Blu-ray edition. So you have that. I've already talked about the movie. There's just the Blu-ray. And again, I like Blu-rays because one, there's better picture quality. A lot of times it has tons more special features. I forgot to show that's nothing special. There's just the Predator, the 4K edition. Next up is Aliens. Not to be confused with Alien. This is the James Cameron version. This is the collector's edition. Right here, this is the one where it's more of an action movie than it's a sci-fi movie, but it's more based in action than it was more horror, I think. And so there's the back of it. And then here we go. We have the pods and Sigourney Weaver right here when she gets into the big, I can't remember what they call that, but she gets inside of the machine where she's able to fight I believe the Queen at the end where she's battling her. And again, we have the inserts and the 2-disc DVD box set with the inserts. The Queen versus Sigourney Weaver. So that's a really cool image right there. I want to say, isn't her name like Newt or something? I haven't seen some of these movies for so long. And I do love Alien and Aliens both. They're high up there. I wasn't a big fan of 3 and 4. One was Winona Ryder or something. I'm like, eh. So then we have Alien vs. Predator, the Unrated Edition, which is, I enjoy this one a little bit more. Again, more bloody, more violent, more story. They don't cut away as much on this one. A lot of people didn't like the movie. I liked it okay. A lot of people kind of crapped on it. I don't know why. I think they were just upset because it wasn't as dark and brutal as the original Predator and as the original Alien because then they were rated R. So this one was originally rated PG-13, I think. They cut it out. So then you have the 2-disc set. And here you see there's a comic book that comes along with this one, along with an insert. But this comic book looks pretty nice. But this is the unrated edition. And sometimes, guys, let's be honest, an unrated edition is like the director put in 3 more minutes from the previous movie they didn't make into the original cut, and there's not much to it. And I'm not saying this movie is leaps and bounds better because of that or not. I just enjoy a more thought out and more well put together film, even if it's just some fluff stuff. I enjoy this story. I enjoy a little bit extra snippets they put back in with a little bit more blood and gore to make it more to the directors what the director wanted. Sometimes the director has to cut it based on MPAA, the grade they're going to get or the rating they're going to get. They want to keep it underneath an NC-17, an R, a PG-13. Sometimes for pacing reasons, things of that sort. Sometimes it's because maybe the performance isn't as good as they want, the effects weren't where they want them. There's all kinds of reasons. So it's nice when they can go back, clean that stuff up, and reinsert it into the film. The next one is Predators, which was a Robert Rodriguez produced film with Nimrod Antle. The director's name is Nimrod. So here is the Blu-ray DVD digital copy, so it's a different version. And then I have the non-DVD version. So this is just the Blu-ray and the digital copy. So with the slipcover. So as you can see, these are the kind of things you got to be careful about. See, this one has the golden hue to it, kind of reddish, I guess, hue. This is more silver, dark gray. So that's the difference. So even if I didn't have the slipcover, there is a version. This is different. A lot of people wouldn't even notice these differences, but I do. Being a collector, you kind of pick up on that. So this one has the DVD also and the digital copy. This one's the Blu-ray only with the digital copy in it. So let me put the slipcover on. Let me just show you. So here it is, the Blu-ray with the digital copy. There you go. So there's that. So and then this one also had a slipcover, so that's nice. So one more time, I'll just show the back, the front, and then you have this one right here. And as you can see here, it has the Blu-ray, the digital copy, and the DVD now. So you see this one's 3 discs, the other one was 2 discs. And this one's probably one of my favorite Predator movies of all time. I just like the premise of it. I mean, you definitely feel like Robert Rodriguez's hand is in this. I don't know if this was the director, Nimrod, his idea or not. I'm not for sure. But the premise of this one is they take different gangsters or killers that specialize in killing and put them on this planet where they are the hunted, and the predators are hunting them, and there's multiple predators. And so, as hence the title, Predators. So, you have a Yakuza, you have like a Mexican cartel guy, you have some kind of African Sierra Leone, gangster, militia, a guy, you have two or three military, like special ops, like black ops, you have like a Russian dude, and then there's a couple other like secret kind of guys I don't want to give away like why they're there if you have not seen it. But there's you have all kinds of, and all of them are so many great actors in this movie. There's a lot of great performances in here. The special effects are good. I like the story. It's thinking outside the box. They're kind of thinking, we've seen the Predator, we've seen him in these environments, we've seen him on Earth, we've seen him in the urban environment, we've seen him in a jungle. On Earth, they transport them to a separate Earth, separate planet that's kind of like an Earth's jungle, and then they hunt the humans. And of course, they're supposed to work together to their peril to try to fight the predators and get off the planet. It's a great premise. I love it. Very unusual and unique. There's some Alien again crossover with this, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, with some of the stuff they do on here. I think there is. I can't remember. Some of the movies aren't running together. But there you have it, guys. Let me get this off of here. All right, so there you have it. So you have Blu-rays, we have a 4K, we have DVDs, digital copies, we got a little bit of everything. So I don't have them all. There's obviously different variations and versions that are missing from me, but hopefully this was fun, kind of show you what all's out there. There's different variations of the exact same movie, and then there's different versions. Like there's a collector's edition, a director's edition, special edition, the regular just DVD edition, the Blu-ray edition. So there's all kinds of stuff out there. If you're like me, I like that stuff. I like to be on the hunt. A lot of those guys who do sports cards, you like those different variations of cards. That's something we live for. It's kind of the same principle. You're going down, you're trying to find different variation covers or versions of the film that are not just readily available to the public. That's the easy one. That's the one you can walk into the Walmart and grab it right off the shelf. These other ones you got to do a little hunting for. So who's going hunting? We's going hunting. DVD hunting, that is. So anyways, I hope all is well. Thank you so much for watching. Give me your thoughts. If you've seen the movies, what you thought about them. Aliens, who's an Aliens fan? Who's a Predator fan? Do you like the crossovers? Just give me lots of ideas. I would enjoy any feedback. What's your favorite film and which franchise? Which is your least favorite? Just let me know. Anything, I just like to know what your thoughts are. And until next time, peace.